There's a tired cliche for high school commencement speeches where the speaker starts off saying something like, Merriam-Webster defines graduation as, and then continues on with the same definition we've all heard 100 times. This is a tired cliche for a reason. Because of this, I would like to call upon a different sort of dictionary for my definition of graduation. And although this dictionary would definitely not receive Miss Leacock's seal of approval for a reliable or acceptable academic resource, I know that it holds a special place in many of our hearts, and that its definitions are much more accurate in many cases. And so I would like to call upon Urban Dictionary for its definition of graduation. Urban Dictionary defines graduation as the best-known cure for senioritis and other similar diseases. Side effects include long gowns, flat, square-shaped hats, diplomas, responsibility, and/or a career. As in, after graduation, Jerry had to learn to pack his own lunches. And so, we're finally here, class of 2012. Our senioritis has been cured, we're in these ridiculous outfits, and we're off to start our college careers with lunches packed by our own hands.
Thank you for coming. Hold on, gotta get my breath. So I'm here to welcome our commencement speaker today. Albuquerque's very first poet laureate, voted best poet in local IQ and Alibi for the past 3 years, a regional and national poetry slam champion, we are honored to have such a decorated poet like Hakim Bellamy with us today. He is also a musician, an actor, the co-creator of a multimedia hip-hop theater production, and the strategic communication director at the Media Literacy Project. I don't think it's a stretch to call Mr. Bellamy a modern-day Renaissance man. Oh, and did I mention he's a father, a really awesome father? Yesterday at the spoken word workshop he did with the seniors, I was sitting with his son Caleb, who delightedly said, "You go, Team E!" echoing his father's enthusiasm as each table competed with witty, sweet, and surprising poems. The only unfortunate part was that Caleb was sitting with us at Team C, not E. We were fortunate to have Mr. Bellamy join us at morning meeting earlier this year, when 3 ninth graders who attended the TEDx Albuquerque conference and watched Mr. Bellamy perform insisted that our head of school, Mr. Handmaker, get him to come. The seniors, like most people who crossed paths with him, were awed by his talent and big heart. The rest is history. The class of 2012 is thankful to Hakim for coming in earlier in the year to hear stories about our class, his presence as we honored a friend yesterday, and the slam poetry workshop we did as well. I think we got some excellent haikus out of it. So, with no further ado, please join me in welcoming Hakim Bellamy.
So, I was going to start with Merriam-Webster. Thanks, Tomas. I'm just going to throw this out. I think the coolest thing about being a commencement speaker here at Bosque High School is that other than my friend who was in the balcony seating over there in a tree, other than that, you have the best seat in the house, because as they come down and process, I get to see every one of their faces, and you all look beautiful today, and even more beautiful in blue. So, so here goes nothing. I'm very honored to be here in the heart of commencement season with the 12th class of Bosque High School. Here underneath the sun of the mesa, in the shadow of the sandias, in the valley of the Cottonwoods, and as those old Negro spirituals used to sing, down by the riverside. Like a face full of water, this morning is your awakening. And this school will forever be different after having been baptized in you. Yes, you did it. You're done. For now. So you can exhale for a job done right, and some of us can, for just getting by. And like everything else that happens down by the riverside, it might feel like a miracle that you finished. That accomplishment is not the miracle. The miracle is you, and this is just the beginning. We honor you this day, yes, with great satisfaction in what you've done, but greater excitement for what you will do. A race only ever ends where another one begins, and what's awesome about where races begin is that everyone has a chance to win. But for today, here we stand winners. Proud, scared, happy, sad survivors, like the class of 2012. I said I was honored to be here with you today, and I meant it. Yes, honored because of the occasion and because of who you are, but even more so because I don't know who you could be. I mean, I don't know if the 2012 Sage Making a Difference Award winner is going to grow up to be the Honorable Judge Annie Fan, or if any of you are going to be a congressperson or senator or celebutante. So I'm honored to have your attention and be in your company before I have to start sneaking past security just to get a meeting with you, or wait for you to hold a town hall in my district and then I'll stand in line for hours in hopes that you'll sign my 4-year-old son's baseball cap. I'm honored. Honored because this is a time of year where honored people honor people. It is commencement season, and unlike Wabbit season, there are no guns. I hope. Unlike baseball season, there are no losers. There are tassels and tears, family and friends, promises and plans, thank gods and goodbyes. But most of all, graduation season is about celebration and celebrities. Oh yes, considering the competitive nature of graduation season, and conventional academics as well with its valedictorians and salutatorians, the toss and catch of the mortarboard, the arm wrestle of handshake and diploma, I think it appropriate to give commencement season and its stars the instant replay treatment. Beginning with opening day. Here are your SportsCenter highlights. Da-na-na-t, da-na-na-t. The season jumped off on May 11th with First Lady Michelle Obama delivering the keynote address at Virginia Tech in Blacksburg. She was followed by her hubby a few days later on the 14th of May. President Obama did the address at Barnard College, the all-women's school on the campus of Columbia University. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor spoke to New York University's class of 2012. Mythbusters Adam Savage addressed Sarah Lawrence College on May 18th. On May 20th, Tony Blair addressed Colby College in Maine. Katie Couric addressed the University of Virginia. Jane Lynch, yes, Sue Sylvester from Glee, addressed Smith College. And Oprah Winfrey addressed Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. On this Monday, Boston College welcomed Bob Woodruff to speak at their commencement, and today you get me. This is a good time to cry and use those Kleenexes, right? Moral of the story, Bosque School. High school graduations are way better than college graduations, okay? And I appreciate the president, the first lady, and the Oprah, but with all the tuition these universities collect, I'm not impressed until I see the entire class of Glee on stage at a graduation. However, the pros do deserve credit, and even amongst the stars and standouts, there are all stars. For instance, when ABC News anchor Christine Amanpour delivered the commencement address at the University of Southern California on May 11th, she said, my most fervent hope is that you'll find a passion. Unless you love what you do, you can't really be good at what you do. New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg was also on the right track when he addressed the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill on May 13th. He said, no plan for the rest of your life ever works out the way you thought it would. I repeat, no plan for the rest of your life ever works out the way you thought it would. I'm a poet, okay. Do what you love. Find a way to get paid for it, he said. But in my opinion, the most valuable player MVP award for commencement season goes to the founder of Khan Academy, Salman Khan. 2009 Microsoft Tech Award winner and one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people for 2012. Mr. Khan is revolutionizing education and distance learning by making over 3,200 micro lectures available free to you and me. Khan's model of open source education is licensed by his alma mater, MIT, a little school I'm sure you never heard of. Obviously a fan of graduations, Khan earned 3 degrees from Massachusetts Institute of Technology after being born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, after getting his BS in math, another BS in electrical engineering and computer science, and an MS in EE and comp sci. He went to Harvard to pursue an MBA in business. Around that time, he began tutoring his cousin in math. Problems, explaining them, and the whole shebang. He would video doodling these math problems, and then that started to attract other members of his family who needed help from far away. Then he put his tutorials on YouTube to anyone struggling with math, and they went viral. In 2009, when traffic to his website became impossible to ignore, he quit his job as a hedge fund analyst to work on his tutorials full time. As legend has it, Khan Academy was born the day he quit his job at Connective Capital Management, went home, told his wife what he has done, and ducked. That's not in my notes, okay. And carved out a space in his walk-in closet for his first office. Bill Gates had this to say about Salman Khan. I'd say we moved about 160 IQ points from the hedge fund category to the teaching many people in a leveraged way category. It was a good day his wife let him quit his job. When Mr. Khan addressed Rice University on May 12th, he simply urged students to do everything that they can to increase the net happiness of the world. And you already have. Look around. See the beautiful faces of all these loved ones who've come to well wish and witness. Don't be fooled by the tears. They're happy for you, because of you, and with you, but happy in a way that is unselfish at the same time. And you, there is potential to do great things, things that will bring the same happiness that you've brought us to the entire world. Yesterday it was appropriately said that we don't have enough love to keep you here, which can also mean that we love you enough to let you leave. The real world is desperately in need of brilliance, and we don't want to be accused of hoarding it inside of Bosque School. So as I prepared for you Bobcats, and I thought long and hard about the end of commencement season, the end of the school year, the proms, the parties, it finally hit me. For all the fanfare, the hoopla, the celebrity of this time of year, we're missing the biggest celebrities of all, musicians. Yes, you thought I was joking about the cast of Glee, but I was serious. Halftime entertainment, homecoming, prom, this is the big dance you've been waiting for. So grab a partner as I leave you with the top 10 graduation songs of all time. Let me get some water. I'm gonna have to sing. Be afraid, be very afraid. Number 10, Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good, not that good, night. Tonight's the night, and school is done. My parents' money, let's spend it up. Go out and smash it. No, not the car. No class on Monday. Smash my alarm. 9, I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly. For a class that turned fire into Phoenix, this song is for survivors. For those with big wings and low ceilings, hatched in the same nest, raised by each other, now on the ledge and being told to jump. If you believe it, there's nothing to it. 8, True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, one of my favorites. With only one senior, if any, on any of the Bobcat athletic squads, the class of 2012 is certainly not afraid to let their true colors shine through. As serious students and academic overachievers, and that's why we love them. 7, You Get What You Give by New Radicals. And you gave yourself diversity. Student Diversity Leadership Council gave bravery around your courageous conversations, and now that you get it, don't let go. You've got the music in you. 6, Leanne Womack, I Hope You Dance. Because you love these mountains in the distance when others fear them. Because for you, the path of least resistance was not an option. Dance with the parents of every lost friend at your wedding, and with your friends who are parentless on Mother's and Father's Day. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. Number 5, Josh Groban, You Raised Me Up. Our shoulders will miss you. We were made stronger with you on them. Raised you up to be more than we could be in hopes that you will take us in your heart and learn the muscles to come back to give us your shoulders to land on. 4, Defying Gravity by Idina Menzel from Wicked the Musical, because musicals rock. Even though the idea that life spontaneously breaks out into song is a little bit socially awkward, So are we. 3, Time of Your Life by Green Day. Old Bosque, New Bosque, sand volleyball court and the library that has grown new pieces of building and books. It's something unpredictable, but in the end you'll find. I hope you've had the time of your life. 2, Friends Forever by Vitamin C. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. 1. Sir Edward Elgar was born on June 2nd, 1857 in Broadheath, England. Child of a music shop owner and a mother who loved the arts, at 15 years old, Edgar left school to work as a clerk for a local lawyer. They call them solicitors in England, I found out when I was doing my research. He lasted a few months there before leaving the law office for a career in music. An active member of the Worcester, or Worcester, if you're in Boston, Worcester Glee Club. Of course, it was often said that Elgar was not a proficient conductor, that his emergence as a major music composer about 1900s was remarkable because he had no formal academic training. However, in May of 1901, at 45 years of age, Elgar announced to his friend Dora Penny that he had a tune that would knock him flat. Quote, that tune went like this. Three years later, he was knighted as Sir Edward Elgar. 10 years later, he was the conductor of the London Symphony Orchestra. Now he's a celebrity, even in death, famous for bringing happiness and pride to the world. The second anthem of England, and played at almost every graduation in the United States. It is only by pomp and circumstance that you, the class of 2012, sits before us. A magnificent combustion of intellect and love, personality and promise, beauty and the Bermuda Triangle of food. You are made of carbon and stardust. The same thing as Katie Couric, Tony Blair, Salman Khan, and the Black Eyed Peas. Same thing as Sir Edward Elgar. And though you will start in places where you are a number and not a name, you will end up in the stratosphere or on stages, right where you belong, with all the other stars. And even though it seems like there's an entire world out there that doesn't know you yet, don't worry. They will.